Good day. My name is Angelo. Welcome to Nation Voice Tower. Now, I want to really bring back our minds to something that or an update I gave you 2 months ago. Now, I spoke of or I called out the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, for his alleged involvement in a fraudulent case or laundered money ranging to sums of $600,000. Now, I went further to quote David Hudain, an investigative journalist that exposed the involvement of Hadi Sirika, where he allegedly borrowed an Ethiopian airline, repainted it, and presented it to Nigerians and the aviation sector as a Nigerian airline. Now, that has been confirmed yesterday. This particular expose has implicated by intention Festus Keyamo, the present and incoming Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, former President Muhammadu Buhari, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Hadi Sirika, the former Minister of Aviation himself. Now, yesterday, Festus Keyamo, while on inspection in the aviation sector, made a statement, and by that statement, he ordered the quick suspension with immediate effect of all activities in the aviation sector, or let me say precisely, he suspended all activities of the Nigerian Airlines under the order of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to him, pending on when there will be a review from the president. Now, that's aside, keep that aside. Now, David Hudain, after an expose that implicated Hadi Sirika, nobody could believe that particular update. Everybody debunked the fact that it was not true. Now, let me bring out the main secret. Pay attention. Hadi Sirika, the former Minister of Aviation, is yet to be arrested over alleged repainting and presenting of an Ethiopian airline flight, taking pictures and returning it. Now, few months ago, 2 months ago, sometime in May, Hadi Sirika actually went to the Ethiopian Airlines, picked an airline from there, because he had collected lots of billions of naira from the federal government to resuscitate and revitalize the aviation sector. And thereby, he collected lots of millions or billions to obtain airlines for the Nigerian aviation sector to function. Now, he went to Ethiopia, borrowed an Ethiopian airline, brought it to Nigeria, repainted it, and presented it to the public shamelessly as a Nigerian airline. Unknown to him, people knew about this. So I will give you how it was exposed. All right. Now listen. Same man, Hadi Sirika, claimed to have spent 12 billion to purchase 10 fire trucks, meaning that each truck costs about 1.2 billion naira. Now, way back in 2017, it was rumored that the former Minister of Aviation, that is Hadi Sirika, allegedly spent $600,000 on just a logo design, just a logo of Nigerian Airlines, a design which he claimed to have contracted a Bahrainian company to perform the contract. And he was claiming to want to resuscitate or revitalize the aviation sector. That was why he spent such amounts of money. Now, the aviation sector was initially suspended, and Hadi Sirika wanted to resuscitate it, and he did all these things. Now, there is what I will call the Nigerian airline scam. How did it start? Listen. On the 27th day of May 2023, 48 hours before the exit of President Muhammadu Buhari and 48 hours before the exit of Hadi Sirika, former Minister of Aviation, from office, it was exposed that the then Minister of Aviation publicly displayed, as I earlier said, a rented aircraft that was repainted as Nigerian Airline. Now, according to Daily Trust newspaper, it reported that the Boeing 737/860 MAX with registration number ET/APL, mode number SQ4005C, and serial number 40965/4075, that is the airline identification number, had its first flight on the 22nd day of June 2012, that is 11 years ago, as an Ethiopian airline. or aircraft. Now, it was unveiled to Nigerians on the 27th day of May 2023 as a Nigerian airline. It was already vivid and clear that this was the same airline that flown Ethiopia many years ago. It has now been repainted and presented as Nigerian Airlines. That is alleging that he now bought it with the billions given to him to revitalize the Ministry of Aviation. Unknown to him, flight numbers don't change, aircraft numbers don't change, airline serial numbers don't change, airline mode numbers don't change. This was exposed and he was exposed, but nothing was done about it and we don't know why. Now, this day, a newspaper too reported that an anti-corruption group dragged Hadi Sirika, former Minister of Aviation, to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over the fact that the minister failed to be probed for fraudulent activities that involved over 15.5 billion naira and $600,000, the one he allegedly used to, to print the logo of the aviation sector. Now, over time, he tried to put these things into a cover, but he could not cover for long. Now, we cannot see that particular airline that was alleged to have been bought under the name of Nigerian Airlines. Number one is, it alleged, this particular group that dragged him to the EFCC alleged that the minister repainted the Ethiopian aircraft to serve as a Nigerian airline for a short period of time, after which it was supposed to be returned. Now, it accused the minister of a sort of desperate attempt to justify the 15.9 billion naira appropriated by the federal government for the revitalization of the Nigerian airspace. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari, Festus Keyamo, the present Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Hadi Sirika, former Minister of Aviation, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are all part of this monumental scam, because right now, Festus Keyamo is coming out to serve as a savior, and he's now saying the Nigerian Airlines will be suspended. Why are you suspending it when over 15.9 billion was paid into a particular man's account who allegedly was the Minister of Aviation to revitalize the Ministry of Aviation and the Nigerian Airlines, but nothing can be pointed to the fact, or nothing can be shown for it. So why are we supposed to believe these people once more? So I am saying by this that Hadi Sirika needs to be arrested, brought to book, and to be faced, or to face the long hands of the law. Now, not only him, President Muhammadu Buhari has to be brought to face the law, okay? Because these people cannot use Nigerians to really, serve their own special and personal purposes, and without the Nigerian populace benefiting from any dime of money that was produced for this purpose. Hence the reason why we say Hadi Sirika should be probed quickly, and all other people involved in this monumental scam. That is that. So we hope to see if the federal government will do something about this. That is the more reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed to probe Hadi Sirika. Why has he failed to probe Hadi Sirika? He arrested the erstwhile CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. He arrested Abdulrasheed Bawa, the director or the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. But we are yet to hear that he arrested Hadi Sirika, because it is now glaring. 15.9 billion in a different account, $600,000 in a different account, and 12.5 billion naira in a different account. All together will give you over 70 billion naira, which a particular minister cannot account for, which a particular ministry too cannot account for. So it is glaring. We can't see the airline anymore. Why can't you arrest him and bring him to book? All eyes will be on the APC as well as the judiciary. All eyes will be on everybody in Nigeria, because we are at a very bad time where everything needs to be put in check. Integrity needs to be put in check. Competence and capacity needs to be put in check. That is that on that particular update. Now, former INEC lawyer Chief Joe Kiari Gadzama, senior advocate of Nigeria, in a gathering admonished people, especially youths, to make hay while the sun shines. He also said the youth should be patient, because he believes that succor or hope will be coming in no time. But most importantly, he said something that blew my mind. He admonished the politicians not to involve in any sort of political coup. by rigging elections that were meant for someone else. Let me let you watch that video so you'll understand what this former INEC legal practitioner had to say. He quoted former President Goodluck Jonathan over what he said, that very soon the youths may rise to all the heinous activities happening in Africa. Stay tuned.
Something happened recently, and I felt so bad and my heart bleeds for this captain. Remember, about 4 days ago, we had the news that there was another coup in Gabon. We saw the flash, and I forwarded to a few friends that are close to me. Someone responded, of course, I won't mention the name, that I wish that the coup in Gabon can come into Nigeria and help us with our situation. But you see, I also listened to what President Jonathan said recently, that we should all be careful in this country, particularly politicians, that the young ones know their rights to the extent that anything can happen. And recollect what happened during the ENSAS. They almost got there. Now, I also listened to Babangida. If you look at, I think, AIT, you will see every now and then his interview with the press. And he was narrating and chronicling the reasons why in most jurisdictions coup attempts do come up. One, principally because of corruption, and also probably because of electoral rigging. Well, like we were told by the keynote speaker, or the guest speaker, or the guest may be, you see, coup or war, it's like football. You don't know who will win and who will lose. It's like biscuit, you don't know where it will crack. Anybody can be the victim. Nobody should wish for any coup or any war. And even what happened in the past, in the 60s, we are yet to come out of that. So the effect is still colossal, negative effect for that matter. So this is my feeling about that. We were told by Abraham Lincoln that the best way or the fastest way to destroy a nation is by dividing it. I don't think any one of us here would like Nigeria to be divided. Nobody will wish Nigeria to be divided, despite the fact that we've been told the history of how the colonial masters brought us together, now under one geographical entity called Nigeria, despite all kinds of differences. But that notwithstanding, we as believers in our destinies, we still accept being together, and I think we should work on being together. After all, we all hail from God, from the same Adam and Eve, despite whatever primordial differences we may be having among ourselves. I remember also what Cassette did say that we all...
Alright, that was the former legal practitioner for INEC there. What he said is the truth. I can't say much on this because we really need to, by all means possible, stop all civilians that are perpetrating any civilian coup or political coup. We don't have to see military coups in other countries and shout. No, while our own country is on fire. So those involved, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu and his cohorts, should take note of this. Finally, a civil society organization called the Save Nigeria Movement has passed a vote of confidence on its hierarchy, that is the Nigerian Content and Development and Monitoring Board, over an alleged allegation of corruption on their executive secretary, Engineer CB Wabote. This particular saga has been going for a long while. If you don't have a grip on it, you now have a grip on it. So pay attention and listen to this particular civil society organization while they called a press conference to call out the executive secretary of the Nigerian Development and Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, because they feel he's innocent and they feel he shouldn't face any other charge. Stay tuned.
Save Nigeria Movement, a frontline civil society organization in Abuja, has denounced a media campaign including calls for nationwide protests against the Executive Secretary, Nigeria Content Monitoring Development Board, Engineer Kisei Simbi Wabote, by one Joshua Abba an imposter using the hard-earned reputation of the organization to dupe and defraud unsuspecting Nigerians. In a strong-worded press statement signed by Reverend Solomon Semaka, convener of SNM, the group insisted that Joshua Abba is not even remotely affiliated with the organization and wondered what he wanted to achieve by dragging an innocent man name in the mood using a structure that was well known for constructive engagement.
Based on the available information to us, we are passing the vote of confidence on the management of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, led under the able leadership of Engineer Simbi Wabote. And we call on Nigerians to disregard any such allegations of corruption against the leadership of the organization. Again, I also like to clarify that since the assumption of office of Engineer Simbi Wabote as the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, a lot of reforms have been established and put in place by the ongoing leadership, by the current leadership. So I think it is unfair for anybody whatsoever with vested interest to be able to insist that they will bring the young man down.
Yusuf Adebisi, Prime Reporters News.
All right. If we can have lots of organizations like this that can speak up for public office holders, then I think we can make a headway to a positive headway to a new Nigeria. Well, we're not saying organizations should come out and call criminal office holders, but from all indications and from our investigations, Engineer Simbi Wabote was just impersonated. He did not take part in the corruption scandal. Kudos to the man for keeping a very, very clean identity, dignity, and capacity for himself. Now, I will urge our viewers, like our videos, share them, and don't forget to watch till the end. Please do well to drop a comment for us in the comment section, because we need these comments. Lots of your comments need to be generated so we could go viral and so we could improve. Please, if you're watching me for the first time, tap the notification bell as well as the subscribe button so that we would link up anytime I'm on air. See you next time. Bye.